What kind of input do you have now? You're not out on the field, you're not playing, obviously, but what kind of input do you have with the offense and helping out the new quarterback for the Cougars?
I just try to tell him, settle down, you know, make the proper reads, and when I see something that's not working, I tell Mr. Callahan a play or two, suggest something, and then he throws it in once in a while, but that's all I can really do, stand and watch.
Coach Vin.
Well, we look forward to a good one tonight. Thomas Stone is 3-2 overall, 3-1, just one game out of first in the Southern Maryland Athletic Conference. La Plata at 3-2 and 2-2. We expect a whale of a ball game here tonight. Thomas Stone and La Plata on tonight's Game of the Week. Thomas Stone High School. There you see the captains from both teams out at midfield. La Plata won the toss, elected to defer. And who's getting the ball first, Roy? I was checking my notes.
I think Thomas Stone.
All right.
I would be surprised with that high-powered offense that they didn't want the ball, and they do.
The Thomas Stone Cougars on the bottom of your screen there, the blue and gold jerseys, the white helmets.
And the quarterback, we're going to have a new quarterback for Stone. Not really new, he's played some, but he is the quarterback that they pulled up from the JV squad, and he'll be wearing number 12, Phil Budenbender.
We had Nick Finn in the pregame. We talked about his injury. He expects to be back for one, maybe two games at the end of the year, but for now it's Budenbender, number 12, who will be up under center for the Cougars.
And Matt, against Northern last week, did Marcus Whalen run the opening kickoff back for a touch, or
85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown? And
well, let's see if La Plata tries a directional kick to keep the ball away from him.
And La Plata's had some problems covering kicks as well. They've given up a couple of kick returns for touchdowns.
Hey, before the game, Coach Rich Callahan said, "Hey, did you see it at Great Mills? We never punted, even on 4th and long." And I said, "What else is new? You haven't kicked an extra point, you don't punt the ball." So you never expect the unexpected with Stone. And David Coleman will kick off for La Plata. This is both teams 3-2.
You can hear this huge homecoming crowd in the background cheering on their Cougars. Kick fielded just outside the 10-yard line by Mike Finnemore. The Cougars start first and 10 from their 25.
We'll try to set some players for you. You see 43 for La Plata in the white. La Plata in the white jerseys, the blue pants, is Dennis Williamson, the inside linebacker. Number 12 is Raheem Archer. Number 11 there is David Payne. 9 is the defensive back, Javon Ransom. La Plata will play the run. I think they're going to force, hopefully, with their game plan, is make Thomas Stone throw the ball. And watch the number of people near the line of scrimmage for La Plata.
Budenbender, the quarterback. Whalen, the player you want to keep an eye on, number 32 for the Thomas Stone Cougars. He'll get the, faked it to Whalen. Pitched it to Mitchell Lewis, and a short gain on first down.
Good outside contained by number 11, David Payne, out there. David Pierce, 78 for La Plata, as a defensive tackle. James Riley, 33, a defensive end. Titus Green, 21, a cornerback. Try to get all the players set. 62, Justin King is the right defensive tackle. Looks like Derek Wright, 55, the nose tackle for La Plata.
One wide out to the far side. Again, split backs behind Budenbender. 2nd down and 8, Thomas Stone here on the first possession of the ball game. The give again to Mitchell Lewis, and a short, tough yardage there on 2nd down.
Nice closure there by 43, Dennis Williamson, the junior inside linebacker. Let's try to get some of the Stone linemen. Matt Smith is their top lineman, number 70. Mike Farland is a tight end. Ronnie Luzak, 48, a tight end. I expect Luzak to play a bigger role. This could be a breakout game for him. He had a big game last week, and I expect big things from Ronnie Luzak.
3rd down and 8 now. Eric Wolf, the wide out to the far side. Again, split backs. Budenbender back to pass, throws it over the middle. Complete to Mike Farland. 1st down, Thomas Stone.
And Thomas Stone had scouted the La Plata Westlake game, and the little curl over the middle went for some big plays.
There you see a look at Mike Farland coming into this game. 4 catches, 173 yards, and a touchdown. That's catch number 5 on the season for him. 1st down, Thomas Stone, just shy of their 40-yard line. Again, tough running up the middle for the Cougars.
60, an offensive lineman, is Marcus War. He's an off guard.
Thomas Stone Cougars have gotten off to quick starts in their ball games this year, Roy, outscoring their opponents 42-22 in the first quarter.
Okay, you got the up back, and you got the tailback is Whalen. I think it's Fenimore. Is that 2 is the up back?
Right. One wide out to the far side. Budenbender fakes it. The pitch to Marcus Whalen. Running far side. First down and a lot more. He's done that all year long. We'll give you some mind-boggling stats here in a minute, but for now, first down Cougars at the La Plata 35.
Marcus Proctor had an initial hit on him, and Whalen ran right through the ankle tackle, and you've got to slow him down at the line of scrimmage.
Whalen on the season, Roy, 90 carries, 992 yards.
And Thomas Stone statisticians have him for 1,080 yards.
Well, we can debate that.
Whatever, it's astronomical.
I'm not saying I'm right and they're wrong, but it's a lot. An 11-yard per carry average for Marcus Whalen.
And he got about 14 on that one. Dive up the middle. Williamson, amongst others from La Plata on the stop. Raheem Archer there.
Lewis on the carry, getting the bulk of the duties here in the first quarter, Roy. 8 minutes and 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. This is the opening drive for the Thomas Stone Cougars. A gain of 1 for Lewis brings up 2nd down and 9.
63 is a offensive lineman, Jason Hinsey. Looks like he's at the left offensive tackle here. You see a two tight end offense here.
Fenimore and Whalen split the backfield.
Budenbender
goes down. A loss of about 3 on that play.
55, Derek Wright, the junior nose tackle, with a good penetration there on Budenbender. So the last time on 3rd and long, it was split end, tight end with a little curl over the middle. We expect Budenbender to go to the air here. Here is head coach from La Plata, Joe Williams, the veteran. Coached here at Thomas Stone as an assistant. I won't say how many years ago, but it was a few. Last
week against Northern, Budenbender 2 for 5 for 18 yards. He goes to the air again. His second pass attempt incomplete.
Luzak was flying down the right side, but I think the 2 receivers, Brandon Keys, number 10, and Luzak, were a little bit too close together there.
So now 4th down and 12, Thomas Stone.
And Callahan said we may never punt.
Right.
And they're in La Plata territory, so doesn't look like a punter is in there. Budenbender still barking signals.
Well, what's the call here, Roy? You go back to the air, you go to Whalen?
You go to that play that got you that first down last time. Watch the tight end here on the left side. Number 40.
The homecoming crowd looking on. Darren Heyer, the wide out to the near side. To fake. Throwing over the middle. Tipped by Marcus Proctor.
They were going there to number 48, Luzak, and Proctor came up with a nice play, and La Plata takes over for their first series.
So the big sack there by the La Plata defense forces Thomas Stone to turn it over on downs with 7:47 left here in the first quarter. We'll step aside. We'll be back at Thomas Stone High School right after this. Welcome back to Thomas Stone High School. La Plata with their first possession of the ball game. Javon Ransom in motion to the near side. Here comes La Plata out of the I formation. The carry by Raheem Archer. And a short gain there on first down.
Mike Farland was one of the stoppers. Mike had 8 tackles last week.
David Coleman, the starting quarterback for La Plata. Behind him out of the I formation, Dennis Williamson and Raheem Archer to start this game. But we've talked about it all year long. It's a platoon system at running back for the Warriors.
Defensive linemen are Marcus War is in there. Matt Smith, number 70. Number 5, Sheldon Tyson is a cornerback. Mitchell Lewis is a safety. 28 for Stone. Try to set all the defenders.
2 wide outs to the far side. The pass over the middle intended for Ransom is incomplete.
Both teams have looked right over the middle for their passes.
Well,
number 50 for Thomas Stone and defensive tackle is Robert Pepper.
We talked about the passing game, Roy. Westlake shut down La Plata's rushing game last week in a 34-13 win for the Wolverines. La Plata had 81 yards on the ground, but they had 158 yards passing. They were averaging 29 a game before last week, so the Warriors proved they can do it through the air.
Jason Hinsey is the right defensive tackle, 63. Mike Fenimore, cornerback, number 2 for Thomas Stone on the defense.
Titus Green and Ransom The two wideouts to the far side. Coleman lobbing it for Green, too far and incomplete.
Both teams now coming out throwing, and La Plata in their first punting, and Mike Waters was the La Plata player in warm-ups.
So La Plata's first possession, a 2-yard run by Archer and 2 incomplete passes.
But it's David Coleman, the deep back, to punt, and Mike Finnemore.
Coleman stands just inside his 25-yard line. Good snap. High end-over-end kick. Finnemore takes it at his 29. Escapes one tackle. Coming near side. Out to the 36 and drop there.
64 Hauser and 70 Kevin Mitchell among the La Plata tacklers.
Excellent camera work there by the Jones crew. And there's a good shot.
Beautiful, crisp evening for football. There you see Nick Finn, who we interviewed in pregame, looking on intently, trying to give some assistance to the young quarterback. All right, we have Marcus Whalen, 32, as the right setback.
Mitchell Lewis lined up, split to the near side. Handoff to Whalen. 1st and 10 from the 36. He powers it over the 40.
Marcus Proctor on one of the stops. 4.5 yards for Whalen.
Oh, he talked about him averaging 11 yards a carry, Roy. He's also got 12 touchdowns rushing, not including the kickoff return for a touchdown last week. His long touchdown run on the year, 85 yards.
Split backs again for Thomas Stone.
One wide out to the far side. Budenbender with the pitch, a little bit high. Mitchell Lewis corrals it, but he'll get just a yard there on 2nd down and 6.
Good pursuit by 43, clapping his hands, the junior linebacker Dennis Williamson, who got out there and turned Lewis out. So another 3rd down. Stone has been successful on 1 of 2 3rd down possessions.
And Lewis is getting a lot of work here tonight, Roy. Last week against Northern, just 4 carries for 12 yards.
I think early in the game, they try to set the defense up to not look for an instant for Marcus Whalen, and then hope to spring a big play with Whalen. They haven't used him in a pass pattern yet. We'll see if this is the first time that they do, or is it going to be a quick pitch out to this side.
Darren Heyer, the wide out to the far side. Budenbender looking that way.
Wide
Goes
open.
over the middle. Wide open receiver. Is that Luzak?
It's Farland.
Farland, number 40.
Wide open. And Budenbender had good protection. Thomas Stone has obviously scouted the tapes from the Westlake game, because La Plata committing a lot of people to the line of scrimmage, and the young quarterback taking advantage of it.
La Plata putting 9 men in the box last week, shutting down the Wolverines' running game, but got burned by the pass.
Now the I formation. Stone goes from both the power I and split backs.
Heyer again wide out to the far side. Tyson,
Fumble,
the up back
free.
ball's on the ground. Budenbender had a good look at it, couldn't get there. Who got it?
It's Thomas Stone, 2nd down.
It's 1st and 10 at the La Plata 37, and is that Budenbender
Yes.
on the... Yeah.
There's assistant coach for Stone, Dave Kristofic, the line coach. Assistant coach Dave Riley with the telephone in his belt, looking on intently.
Well,
So for a fumble, it was a 5-yard gain.
Things are going your way when you fumble for a 5-yard gain. Cougars had 2 fumbles last week in their 20-13 win over Northern. So it's imperative both of these teams take care of the ball. They've had fumbleitis a little bit this year.
4:30 remaining in the first quarter.
Split backs again.
Whalen met by Archer.
No, Budenbender faked a
Makes it
handoff.
good.
Shed a couple tackles there in the backfield.
David Payne in on the stop, but another 1st down for Thomas Stone, their 3rd. Nice fake.
Howard Miller for La Plata was all over Budenbender. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Jason Hintz, the other 63 for the Cougars, made a nice block there to spring Budenbender. And he's got the Cougar 1st down.
La Plata was fooled as well as I was, as they've carried out the fake, and Thomas Stone, really impressive march here. Knocking on the door.
Finnemore and Whalen split in the backfield. Brandon Keys wide out to the near side.
Whalen
on the carry.
Archer with the initial stop. And the inside linebackers for La Plata, Archer and Williamson, are running to the football on the perimeter. Very strong tonight.
The Cougars' 2nd possession of the evening, back in La Plata territory. 2nd down and 10 from the 32.
And Budenbender has really looked calm after starting the year as a JV quarterback and been impressed with his coolness on the first 2 drives.
Make that the 22.
Finnemore, the deep back now.
Higher, the wide out to the far side. It's Finnemore on the carry. The fake to Whalen throws the La Plata defense, and Mike Finnemore close to a La Plata Thomas Stone first down.
I disagree with the tackle, but they are keying so much on Marcus Whalen. With the ball coming to the other side, the hole was huge. Stone obviously in 2-down territory here. 3rd and short.
They'll call it 3rd down and 3. Higher again. Out wide to the far side. Lewis and Whalen split in the backfield. Whalen this time coming near side. Struggling ahead, and he should have a Cougar first down to the 10.
Payne and Archer on the tackle again. Whalen, 6'1", 190-pound junior running back. One of the leading rushers, metropolitan Washington area.
Against Chopticon, you talked about that 1-point loss to Chopticon, Roy. He had 379 yards rushing, a Thomas Stone record. Lewis and Whalen again split in the backfield. Keys the wide out to the far side. Budenbender crushed as he drops back. The ball's on the ground, and La Plata's got it.
Big recovery there.
That Javon Ransom up off the bottom of the pile, making the fumble recovery for the La Plata Warriors. 2:07 left here in the first quarter. We talked about it.
Matt, was that a fumble on the snap or on the hit?
Budenbender was nailed.
So it was a good stroke.
Right.
So La Plata dodges a bullet and get their 2nd possession. First turnover for Stone. They actually have fumbled twice, but recovered one of their own. Archer, the deep back.
First down from their 10-yard line. Henry Downs the wide out to the near side. Archer on the carry behind the block of Williamson.
Raheem Archer, number 12 for La Plata, is a junior, 195 pounds, and La Plata coaches are looking for a breakout game. And when we talk about a breakout game, they felt Archer started to come that Westlake game. They need for him to have a monster game here for La Plata to win this game. Williamson, the up back on the right, Archer, the tailback.
Ransom wide out to the near side. Coleman, the quarterback, pitches to Archer, coming near side. Thomas Stone strings him out.
Farland, nobody blocked number 40, Mike Farland for Stone.
They talked about a breakout game for Raheem Archer. He had one last year against the Thomas Stone Cougars, a game that we covered here on the Game of the Week. La Plata jumped up 12-0. Thomas Stone roared back for 42 unanswered to beat La Plata 42-12. Archer had a huge touchdown run, if you remember, Roy, in that game.
Right now, La Plata has not gotten their offense in sync. They've had 2 possessions, and it's been 3rd and long on both of those. And they got to keep the ball away from that high-powered Thomas Stone offense.
I formation this time, one wide out to the near side. Coleman fakes the pitch, gives it to Williamson. He's not going anywhere. 3rd down and 8.
And didn't fool anybody. And especially number 55 for Thomas Stone, who stuffed that one, was Mike Fox, the senior, 5'11", 225. Had a key sack last week against Northern. Yep. So La Plata, 2 possessions, 3 and out.
David Coleman retreats a yard inside his end zone. Finnemore at his 46-yard line, close to a block there. Thomas Stone with some good pressure. Finnemore
got a wall
coming near side. Coleman, the kicker, knocks him down, but a great return back into La Plata territory.
There was a big wall set up of blue over here on the left-hand side of the field, and Finnemore using his good field perception to see that. And once again, Thomas Stone in excellent field position.
Good kick by Coleman. He might have outkicked the coverage. Just 6 seconds left here in the first quarter, so time for one more play for the Cougars. And unless something spectacular happens here, Thomas Stone will be shut out in the first quarter.
Well, don't say that yet. You always have number 32 to make something spectacular happen.
The Cougars out of the I formation, one wide out to the far side. 32 won't get it. 28 will. Mitchell Lewis breaks a tackle, heading far side, close to another Cougar first down.
And guess who had the lead block, Matt? Number 32, Marcus Whalen. As you see him coming back, shows his versatility.
The Thomas Stone Cougar offense will try and grind it out in the second quarter. That's the end of quarter number 1. No score. It's homecoming from Thomas Stone High School. 10 Thomas Stone Cougars at the La Plata 21-yard line.
51, Eric Robertson is the right guard for Thomas Stone.
Here comes the first play of the second quarter. Whalen met in the backfield, and he'll be dropped for a loss.
And did you see who made the initial contact? Number 12, Raheem Archer, stepping up. He seems to be almost trying to mirror Whalen. Wherever Whalen goes, Archer shall go also.
Ransom, Williamson, David Payne in there as well, and Payne's been very active defensively tonight.
Had a good game against Westlake. But you got to give up something, and you just can't let Whalen run wild, and you got to give up something to do that. And second and long. Keep your eye on the 2 tight ends. 48 Luzak, 40 Farland.
Whalen and Fenimore split in the backfield. Budenbender throws it out, picked off, and dropped.
James Riley. The big guy saw daylight.
He saw the end zone.
And that was one that, look at him, he wishes he had that one back. But he played it right. He played the position. David Pierce, 78 there, congratulating him.
Well, whether he had the speed or not to make it is debatable, but we know he's got the hands. He had 7 catches, rather, last week, Roy.
Third and long again.
Third down, call it 12. From the 24-yard line. Split backs again. Keys the wide out near side. Budenbender throws.
Intercepted by Ransom.
Turned around Farland. The ball's picked off.
Javon Ransom. Hinsey knocks him out of bounds.
Just past the La Plata 45. What Riley couldn't do, Ransom does, and La Plata's back in business.
I tell you what, that's the play of the game. He overthrew, and boy, Ransom played deep center field there. You see the Javon Ransom, number 9, with a big catch, the senior.
5'6", 140 defensive back, making the play of the game so far. Looked like the Cougars, we thought, might march it in here in the second quarter.
They've been down there twice and have not scored, but you can't. La Plata's got to move this football.
This is their 3rd possession of the game. Let's see what they can do from their 46-yard line. Archer, the lone back in the backfield. Williamson in motion to the far side. Raheem with the carry, spins out of 1 tackle, but a short gain on first down.
Ronnie Luzak and Marcus Whalen, the 2 inside linebackers on the cleanup duty there. And Whalen's got to be a tough kid to play that inside linebacker position as well as the tailback position. He's got to be in good shape, and from my understanding, has an outstanding work ethic. Here you see number 70, one of our favorites on the left side of your screen, huffing and puffing a little bit. Come on, Matty Smith.
Yeah, it's still,
sock it up.
Still 10-20 left at halftime.
He's just catching a breath.
A lot of work to do. Archer headed over to the sidelines. The featured back now, tightest screen, number 21. Coming near side, cutting back, and that might have been a mistake. Second down and 6.
You see Luzak. You see 81. You see 55. All kind of blue shirts there. Darren Heyer, Mike Fox. And once again, 3rd possession. 3rd time it's been 3rd and long.
And everything that Archer got on first down, Green gave back. It's 3rd down and 10.
I expected a fast break game with about 30 points on each team. So what do we got in the first quarter? Very good defensive battle.
Well, it's fast break, but no one can finish.
Nobody's making the layups.
Right. Williamson in motion, far side, one running back rather, tightest screen.
Screen.
Coleman throws it out to Green, almost intercepted. Mike Fenimore, and he saw 6.
And that was 6. I mean, you know, the wall was set up pretty well, but the only problem was the quarterback threw the ball to the wrong kid.
And you heard the ooh and the ah from the crowd here.
And let me tell you, Mike Fenimore, the punt returner here, has threatened on the last couple of punt returns to get some big yardage.
Coleman stands at his 26. Fenimore backing up inside his 25-yard line. Coleman had a great punt last time. This one end over end, angled towards the far sidelines, and that one won't be quite as good.
Wow, 40-yard line?
Well, the official still moving out to the 41-yard line. 9 minutes, 24 seconds left here in a scoreless second quarter.
And that is not dust or smoke. That is Rick Vitalis and the Boosters Club cooking some hot dogs at the concession stand. Smoking it up a little bit for homecoming here.
Great crowd on hand, as Roy alluded to. It's homecoming. And check my notes here. Before the game, Roy, we had a nice performance by the Cougar Pom and Dance team. They are the Maryland State champions, so we got a good look at them. Split backs, Budenbender the quarterback. Oh, we know it wasn't Whalen. Fenimore
On dive. You know what, Matt? We haven't had a hanky dropped in the first half thus far, have we? No penalties, either way. And the Thomas Stone crowd is just kind of quiet in anticipation. There you see the cheerleaders and some of the crowd waiting for the Whalen explosion.
Fenimore, gain of 2 on first down, brings up 2nd and 8.
He's lined up, split backs, the right side.
Eric Wolf, the wide out to the near side. Budenbender on the pitch. Here comes Fenimore. Upended, dropped at the 45.
24, La Plata came up, not 21. Benny Benson, but Riley stretched that play out, the big defensive end, 33. Made Budenbender pitch the ball sooner than he wanted to, and that let the cornerback come up to make the stop. 18 for La Plata is a new defensive back in there. Anthony Peace, Jr. Titus Green is the right corner.
The crowd looking on and cheering.
3rd and 6.
And 6. I formation. Keys the wide out to the far side. Fenimore and Whalen in the backfield. The fake to Fenimore. Whalen gets it. Sheds 2. Now 3 tackles. Williamson had him. He got away, but he'll be short of the first down.
But White is putting pads on Blue, and that is very good defense. One tackler doesn't stop Whalen. When somebody makes contact with him, the La Plata kids aren't stopping. And here's the first test. Will Callie go for it? I think he will.
4th and 3.
I think he will.
From the Thomas Stone 48-yard line, well, you have to have a lot of faith in your defense to take it here, Roy.
Well, you're averaging 29 points a ball game,
but you're giving up 19.
They're not on defense right now.
That's true.
Now they're in punt formation. Callahan, the unexpected.
Benny Benson drops back deep.
Good punt.
Good. Fielded over the shoulder. Darren Heyer with a nice punt for Thomas Stone.
And Luzak and Whalen, the 2 all-smack performers, smacked down Benny Benson.
Benson dropped at the 20-yard line. La Plata starts there, 1st and 10. 7-13 left here in a scoreless second quarter. We'll be back at Thomas Stone High School right after this. 1st and 10, La Plata at their own 20-yard line. Scoreless second quarter here, the La Plata Warriors and the Thomas Stone Cougars.
That's got to be a penalty. Marcus Proctor in there at the tailback slot. Isn't that, or is that Archer?
I think that's Archer again.
That's got to be either encroachment or somebody jumped. And there's no call.
No.
The officials going for the first non-flag game in history.
We're still, well, Roy, we've seen enough where there have been plenty of flags. This is a refreshing change.
Like to mention La Plata golfer Jay Cox, who shot an 83 at Swan Point, and he'll be competing in the state tournament October 20th and 21st at the University of Maryland. La Plata's Jay Cox. Good luck in your golf.
Congratulations. Yeah. Tough sport. I formation here, 2nd down and 7. Coleman hands it off. Titus Green, the tailback.
Another 3rd down situation. La Plata looking for their first down of the game. Stone has 5. This is 3rd and about 4. But you have to wonder, this La Plata defense, if they don't soon get some rest with a high-powered Stone offense, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out.
Keep your eyes on 33 Riley, 32 Brown, 2 of the targets for
La Plata slow coming out of the huddle. Watch the back, Judge. Make sure you don't get a delay game here.
Ransom wide to the near side. Coleman drops, looking at Ransom all the way.
Nah, that's up for grabs.
Grabs that one up. Hires back there, knocks it down. That's the play you want to make, and La Plata will be forced to punt.
That one had no chance at all. La Plata 0 for 4 in passing. And 4 possessions, 4 3 and outs.
Boy, I bragged on him last week. Coleman was 9 for 16 for 94 yards. He's as Roy said, 0 for the night. 5:42 left here in the second quarter. La Plata, just their third punt.
Fourth, isn't it?
Fourth, yeah, I think you're right. Again, from deep in their own territory, Coleman gets it away, but again, it's short.
Well, he had pressure from guess who? 32, Marcus Whalen, almost got a piece of that ball. He does everything.
And is that official spot right?
Did it make the sticks?
That's about the 26-yard line.
It didn't make the sticks. It did not make the sticks.
Now we're on the home side here. We had a bad angle, but I sure thought it went further than that. But they're going to spot that inside the La Plata 30-yard line.
See, La Plata assistant special teams coach Jeff Rodenberger looking on. And how many times? This is the fourth time Thomas Stone has had the ball in La Plata territory. Thus far, La Plata shut him out.
Split backs. Fenimore on the carry.
Slipping through a couple tackles. Looked like Derek Wright, 55, on the initial stop.
Thomas Stone, the top scoring offense in the Southern Maryland Athletic Conference. As Roy said, 29 points a game, 146 points overall. La Plata is the third highest scoring offense.
There's the La Plata varsity cheerleaders for Thomas Stone. First Lieutenant Lindsley Blandford, Melissa Gayton, captain, and co-captains Jenny Lusky and Jenny Jett. Thomas Stone cheerleaders, excellent band and cheerleader and pom squads here.
Second down and 6. Here comes Whalen near side, but Riley has a hand on him. Spins out at the 20-yard line down the sidelines. Marcus Whalen, touchdown. We've got a flag back here at the 10-yard line, so hold everything.
Number 3 and number 70, Matt Smith is looking. How did Marcus Whalen break? Dennis Williamson had him by the legs and stopped. And he got some help, but they're going to get a clip here. But if it's from the point of infraction, Matt, it still may give them really second and fairly short.
Well, the touchdown.
How was that impressive? The combination of strength, brutality, power, and speed. Here's the replay, and you could see Whalen busting through, and there you see the clip. Number 18, Anthony Peace, was clipped for La Plata very clearly there. Thomas Stone band.
They're going to cheer for that one anyway, Roy. It was a heck of a play, but
How
it's coming
about
back.
that run? Now, I'll tell you what, I'd like to see that one again after this play's over. That had to be one of the better plays. That had to be one of the better plays of the year.
Second down and 9 after they bring it back. Tack on the penalty. Budenbender looking to pass. Thrown for the corner of the end zone. There's the flags of the end zone. Interference. Darren Heyer, the intended receiver, who was the defensive back.
Benny Benson saying Darren Heyer, 81 pushed him. 81 blue pushed. But 24 had the inside position. No. This can't be defensive interference. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, it can. It wasn't, but that's the call.
80. Big break there for Thomas Stone, as it looked like 24 had the good inside position. Oh, my goodness.
Let's check with director Laura Fowler. Laura, do we still have that touchdown run on tape? Do we think we can squeeze that one in? We'll try and get that a little bit later in the game.
Another first down for Stone, and
just want to make sure we keep that one.
Wow, that's going to be a controversial call as this game wears on.
So first down, Cougars inside the 15-yard line. I formation, Whalen the up back. He'll get the call.
And the stack goes forward. You see 78 Pierce. You see 62 Justin King down there. But 3-4 yards.
4 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the second quarter. Thomas Stone's been knocking on the door. They kicked it in one time, but
La Plata has not had a first down. They've not had a pass completion. Stone has run up the yardage, but this is right now an even ball game if La Plata can hold on here. No.
La Plata defense will stay with the play here. I formation. Whalen the up back.
12 Archer in a down defensive position.
Fenimore the tailback. Heyer in motion. Second down and 6.
That's got to be a penalty there. Come on, officials.
Flags fly. Ball's on the ground.
I don't mean to be negative today, and folks, I'll stop. But it was obvious that somebody jumped, and I think they're going to call it on La Plata. But you got to get in there and stop that play.
Well, let's have a discussion, and all sides, La Plata. Well, you wanted flags, Roy. Now you're getting them in bunches.
Their second really crucial penalty on this drive. And now it's second. And actually, Stone can get a first down and not score a touchdown.
Second looks like about 1.5 yards.
Now there's a jump. Somebody jumped too soon there.
The ball's on the ground.
Oh, my goodness. It was a quarterback sneak. La Plata
thinks they
covers the ball.
La Plata has recovered
Derek
the fumble.
Wright, the nose guard, 55. 55, Derek Wright for La Plata on that recovery. 55, Derek Wright with the big play. And second fumble deep in La Plata territory. Here's La Plata just hanging in there and hanging in there.
And the Thomas Stone crowd from euphoria to disbelief.
Matt, did the left tackle jump on offense, or was it a quick snap?
All I saw was the ball come out, Roy. I honestly didn't see the motion, but
okay.
1st and 10. Hey, La Plata is inside the 5. They've got some work to do here.
New set. Archer, the up back. Titus Green, the tailback.
No wideouts. Everybody stacked into the line. Coleman hands it to Green. The spin move inside, and a decent gain there on first down.
Positive yardage. Finnemore on the Finnemore, Whalen, Farland there. There you see number 2, Mike Finnemore. Mike Jr., 5'10", 175, does a lot of things for this club.
Thomas Stone winless here at home. They've only played one game. They're 0-1 after going 4-2 a year ago, and looking to even their record here tonight. A scoreless battle against La Plata. 2nd down and 6 Warriors.
Archer, the up back again.
Again, no wideouts. The fake to Green. Coleman keeps it. Going far side, he's got the La Plata first down out over the 20.
Good downfield tackle by Robert Pepper, number 50, but La Plata moves those chains, their first down.
And right now, time is on their side. Ticking away, 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
So time is on their side is a good old Rolling Stone song, man.
Roy's ears perked up there a little bit.
Turning clock. Very competitive ball game.
And maybe La Plata's like a full house backfield here.
Split backs.
Green on the carry. You see him holding on there with 2 arms. The ball has hit the ground a lot tonight from both teams.
Number 5 for Thomas Stone is Sheldon Tyson. There you see 55, Mike Fox, the veteran. 48, of course, Ronnie Luzak.
Titus Green, 38 yards and a touchdown last week against Westlake. The 3rd leading rusher for La Plata, averaging almost 8 yards a carry. Under 2 minutes now. 2nd down and 7. Coleman with the pitch to Green. Archer trying to make
a hold. Missed the hold there.
Green making some moves, and you see the Thomas Stone defense converge.
Matt, I saw a hold out there, but I won't say who did it, but got away with it.
Someone trying to make a block, grabbed a little jersey. I saw it from up here too, but I guess he didn't get enough of the jersey.
Yeah, he didn't tear it.
Right. So another 3rd down. And
Thomas Stone, I thought maybe would call a timeout here to stop the clock and try to get, maybe a punt return. What do we got on the clock, Matt?
1 minute and 8 seconds. 3rd down and 6.
Joe Williams is going to call a timeout. La Plata to stop the clock.
Timeout, La Plata. No score. 1:06 left here in the 2nd quarter. We'll be back with more from Thomas Stone High School right after this. Back to action here at Thomas Stone High School. The crowd chanting defense. Another big 3rd down play. 3rd and 6 Warriors from their 25. I formation behind Coleman. Fakes the handoff. Rolling right. Looking right. Completed to Riley.
Luzak, Whalen, and a host of other Cougars stop him short of the first down. Did he get out of bounds, or is the clock running, Matt?
Clock still ticking away.
Would Stone call a timeout and go for a block here?
Well,
yep, here it comes.
Yep. Let a little bit of time tick down to 42 seconds.
But
the clock stops.
Plenty of time.
Let's, while we have an opportunity, talk about some of the other ball games going on tonight, Roy. Lackey playing at Westlake. Westlake leading the conference with a perfect 4-0 record.
Lackey very injury-riddled right now, looking for a way to come up and sting the Wolverines.
Another homecoming crowd, this time at McDonough High School, as the Rams host winless Great Mills.
And that, if form holds, Great Mills should leave that game winless.
The Northern Patriots visit the Chopticon Braves, and that's an interesting matchup.
Chopticon 4-1. They've been using smoke and mirrors to win, with their irrepressible coach Andy Palco coming into the strength of their schedule right now, though.
And the Calvert Cavaliers visit Leonardtown. We got a good one going here. 4th down and a yard.
Plata going for it.
Plata's going for it.
Gutsy call by Joe Williams. Mr. Williams, that's a Rich Callahan play.
It's that play every time.
Now LaPlata's calling timeouts.
Every time we've seen LaPlata, that play has worked for them.
That's right. And the coach has probably said, where do the linebackers and the nose tackle line up? If they don't line up right on the center, let's run it.
Coleman on the quick snap gets the first down. We'll step aside with 38 seconds left here in the first half. No score from Thomas Stone High School. First down and 10 from their own 34-yard line, but just 38 seconds left here in the first half. One back in the backfield, 2 wide outs. Williamson in motion to the far side, and Coleman looking past all the way.
Screen is open.
The screen to Williamson, heading down the sideline and gets out of bounds.
Play was open. Williamson went in motion, was uncovered, but Stone did a good job to stop that for as short a gain as it was. There you see Dennis Williamson.
They faked the screen here over here to the near side, went to Williamson on the far side. He got out of bounds after a gain of 7.
John Brown, number 32, is in the game. You see there for LaPlata. John Brown is usually a deep threat for them offensively.
8 seconds ticked off the clock. So 30 seconds left and the clock stopped. Number 32, Brown lined up as a tight end. I formation behind Coleman, 1 wide out to the far side. Coleman looking pass all the way. And Farland looking sack all the way.
And gets a sack. Farland, breakout game last week defensively, has been a major stopper here today.
That might be the end of the timeouts.
Unless Stone takes one.
As LaPlata loses about 10 yards on that play, time ticks down. And that will be the last play of the first half. And once again, it's not anything like what we expected. 2 of the highest scoring teams in the conference, a scoreless tie here at halftime. Stick around, halftime activities coming up from Thomas Stone's homecoming. LaPlata nothing, Thomas Stone nothing. Welcome back to Thomas Stone High School. The Thomas Stone Cougar prowling the field here during the homecoming halftime activities. A scoreless ball game between Thomas Stone and LaPlata.
And if you like defense, that's what you've seen. You've seen good hard hitting, crisp hitting. You've seen LaPlata with just 2 first downs, Thomas Stone with 6 first downs. And passing,
LaPlata 1 for 5, Thomas Stone 2 for 5. Each team's thrown an interception.
And LaPlata had 2 critical penalties, but really then Thomas Stone turned the ball over. They've been down in scoring position 3 times, but haven't been able to score. I think LaPlata deferred, and so they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Right, and here you get a shot of our location up here in the booth on the home side. We got some people to thank for setting us up here tonight. One of them, Athletic Director Steve Datcher.
And Director of Activities Gary Stephanidis, who provided us with a lot of statistics and program information and a beautiful vantage point here in the press box.
Tremendous setup as always. We thank everybody from Thomas Stone High School. Let's talk about next week's Jones Communications Game of the Week. We travel and get the first appearance by the Lackey Chargers on the Game of the Week for 1998 as they host the Northern Patriots.
With Chris Brown, their exciting quarterback. Kevin Rutledge is one of the leading rushers in Charles County. And they hope to get some folks healthy. And they feel if they can get them healthy, they can be much more competitive going down the stretch.
Lackey Chargers 2 and 3 overall. As we speak, they're playing tonight. 1 and 3 in the conference. Northern, an identical record. So both teams having their problems here in the first half of the season. Coming up next week for these 2 teams, this Thomas Stone team travels to Calvert La Plata has their homecoming as they host McDonough.
And folks, if you want to see the La Plata McDonough game, some schedules have it Friday night. It's actually being played on Saturday afternoon. So it'll be one of the few Saturday afternoon games that you'll be able to see. There are 7 teams in SMAC, Matt, that are either 2-3 or 3-2. Take away Westlake, who has, after their first game, have been dominant. Everybody's like kind of bunched around. And somebody's got to sprint out of this pack and make a move. Is it going to be Stone? Is it going to be La Plata? Is it going to be, well, Chopticott?
Roy, that's what everybody's been saying. Take away Westlake. It's the Wolverines, a perfect 4-0 record, and we'll see Westlake again. Let's promote this one. We'll be back here at Thomas Stone High School, Roy, the last game of the season, Thomas Stone and Westlake, and that one could be for the SMAC title.
We're going to be talking more in the broadcast as we go along, too, about playoffs. And right now, it appears that Westlake may have to finish 9-1 to get in the playoffs. For the teams like La Plata and Stone with 2 losses, they just can't afford to lose any more or their playoff hopes are about done.
And a question I had coming in to ask you about Thomas Stone, can they avoid the late season collapse they had last year when they dropped their last 3?
Well, they've got to get on a roll now and stay hot. Finn's absence really hurts them because it takes so many dimensions away. I thought the young kid, Budenbender, has done okay, you know, for a kid that hasn't had a lot of experience. And Thomas Stone, this is their best defensive game of the year.
Let's go ahead and send it back down to the field and look at some of the homecoming activities going on here this evening.
The big guy in the middle is the principal, Dr. Jay Manning.
Walking out there with their backs to the camera, the returning homecoming king and queen, Greg Baden, and we remember him from
Greg, 6'5" basketball shooter.
Shannon Hover, the 1997 homecoming queen, and our new king and queen. Let's see. There's a guy there with a football uniform, number 81, Darren Heyer.
Defensive back and split in.
And the homecoming queen, Jackie Peters.
And Gary Stefanidis presenting Jackie with the...
Now, does Darren have any power over Rich Callahan? Does he have play calling power?
He ought to go in the locker room and tell Coach Callahan he wants to wear that crown to start the second half. Callahan probably let him.
He'll be an easy target out there. I don't know if you want to keep that thing on us. Now that he's the king, though, he can tell Coach Callahan, hey, throw the ball to me more. If we have it ready down in the truck, let's take a look at the one big play that we had in the first half. A touchdown from the Thomas Stone Cougars that was called back. It was Marcus Whalen, and here's a look.
Watch 32, Whalen. There goes Matt Smith with a block.